They have been projecting wealth and privilege onto you so much for so long that the projecting is now predicting. The power of the mind, the power of thoughts, the power of words, the power of belief is going to rock your world. So, I send text messages to myself to remind myself of messages that I need to deliver. And in this message, it was a one statement where I said, they are what I thought was projecting wealth and privilege onto you. But I accidentally typed, they are predicting wealth and privilege unto you. That's a Freudian slip. People have been whispering, gossiping, seeking, hunting, and researching so much to project wealth unto you that now they are predicting wealth unto you, wealth that you have never seen, wealth that your bloodline has never seen, at least not in any generation surrounding you in this lifetime. I pre-shuffled this deck, Three of Wands here. This talks about forward movement. This talks about planning, predictions. Here it is. I wouldn't be surprised if you are stepping into that now and you already see the beginning stages of this. For some of you, this is coming through certain contracts. I'm channeling specifically business deals. Um, Something about someone's horoscope is relevant. I don't know if you create them or you do something regarding that. Also, meals, wealth, and health plans. I'm just channeling here. For some of you, you're also working in finance or working with other people's finances. I'm also seeing things, I was about to say three and green and blue, which makes me think of the globe. So you could also be working in environmental science, or you're working to better the planet in some way, one way or another. Yeah, and we have the Empress here to confirm that. So threes and blues and greens and seeing the earth and betterment for the earth. That type of energy is coming through here. This could also be just talking about what you're doing or what you are contributing to or what you are building into is making the world a better place, especially as it comes out here with another three on the table, 13, death and rebirth card. And I like how it shows this nature photo on the inside of the head covering because it gives this identity of a renewed, refreshed earth. So there's big energy here surrounding the earth, Mother Gaia. Let's see, and this looks like that new and old earth here. Um, Coming into union. This is the idea of a new earth. This is the current earth, and figuring out with Two of Pentacles how to merge the worlds. You are merging the worlds. You have merged the worlds, but it's at the beginning phases or stages. Again, we saw that Three of Wands at the beginning of the reading, which I think is representing the threshold itself. Which way do you want to go? Which way? The Lovers. This feels like choosing earth, which means you're choosing nature, which means that you're choosing your natural path, which means that you're choosing alignment. We've talked about this before in some video. I don't even know which one. But if I do figure it out, I will link it. But in a video, we talked about alignment and you realizing that you'll jump out of the car and there's something that flies right over you, something natural like a bird or a butterfly or a bee flies right over you. Or even if you're not getting out of the car, you're in the car and you drive in a certain direction and cross paths with something. Just the precision with nature is all too accurate. It's all too real. And quite frankly, just hard to ignore or avoid the fact that you are in alignment with nature. Yeah, we have the moon and the seven of cups here, and it's not something that you know how to do, or it's not something that you can fake. You can't do this on purpose. This is just being. This is you just existing. This is what is. You are in natural alignment with what is, while the rest of the world is living in a matrix truth, meaning it's false. You are living in true alignment, which requires no acting, which requires no thought, quite frankly. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that you can't ponder, but at some point in time, thinking becomes counterproductive. And you, as a soul, know this. Your natural rhythm is natural. Therefore, it doesn't have to be thought of. Nature doesn't think, oh, I need to shed my skin. Nature doesn't think, oh, I need to get cold. It just sheds and the temperature just changes. The star, natural alignment and divine rhythmic patterns. This is your confirmation. The Eight of Wands and the Fool. Expect to be greatly impacted and naturally shifted over and through that threshold of the Three of Wands. Eight wands here. The difference between the 3 wands and the 8 wands is 5 wands. 5 wands represent energy through transitions, which can be difficult because it requires adapting, but you've done so. Your adaptation process was rewiring and unsubscribing from the matrix. Take note here of the pattern in the water, and she's about to dive into it full force. There's a new rhythmic pattern, a new natural rhythmic pattern that you have aligned with. That is your ultimate source, your ultimate timeline. 6 of Swords. Expect things to be done with some sort of ease. Because who said that life actually had to be hard, pressing, or difficult? If that's what you want it to be, then so it shall be. But this collective here wouldn't align with that or subscribe to that if it wasn't naturally meant to be. First house, Saturn, Taurus. Alignment with the true self, value, worth. This has been a long battle, a long time, a long point in history of you freeing yourself. But I need you to know that you've done it.